Jai Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Bolo re Vadana Bori Micheni dabase gelore rati divasa sarira saje Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Emana Durlabha Manabha Deho Paya Ki Koro Bhavana Keho Emana Durlabha Manabha Deho Paya Ki Koro Bhavana Keho Ebena Bajila Yasoda Sudha Sarame Pori Balaje Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Udita tapana hoile asta Dina jelo boli hoibe asta Tabeke no ebe alasa hoy Nabacha hridaya raje Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jivana anitya jahasar Tahe nana vida vipadasvar Jivana anitya janahasar Tahe nana vida vipadasvar Namashaya Kuri Jahatane Tumi Takahapana Gaje Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jiverakayana sadhanakam Chakate asiye madhuranam Hajatagane Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Govinda Jai, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Govinda Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda. Bolo Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Premanandi Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Nitai Gora Premanandi Hari Bol, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So tonight we have a special guest, a very good friend of mine, a senior devotee in Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON International Movement, a person who has opened a wonderful temple, built it from ground up, started very humbly, and today there's a magnificent temple and Vaishnava community in Baroda, Gujarat. And you can't believe that he's American because he speaks Gujarati like an original Gujarati. as well as English and with a Chicago accent of English. Yeah. So this is my very dear friend, Vasudev Prabhu. He joined the movement. What year did you join? 1973. So he's been a devotee a very, very long time. He spent most of that period in India. He was one of the pioneers that opened up India. He was one of the white elephants that Prabhupada brought to India. And he did an elephant of a job. So I'll let him speak tonight with great pleasure, and we're honored that he's here. Let's give him a big hand and a big Hari Bol! Hari Bol!
Hari Vilas Prabhu is the man with the heart of gold. He gave me a $500 donation in 1988. He probably doesn't remember also. 1988, 30 years ago. So he's still blessing me. He's still blessing me. Radha Madhav Kirtan, should we do? Can I have a mridanga? You don't mind? Oh. Kam chalao. This side is not so good. How's that one? Plastic one. Is it better? No, forget it. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Gopi Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Tira Vanachari Yamuna Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimadabhai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Sanstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Niti Leela Pravishta Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Sachit Ananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu Ki Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Shri Narottam Das Thakur Ki Shri Rup Sanatan Bhattar Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhattar Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasa Adi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrinda Devi Ganga Devi Jamuna Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Dham Ki Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Shri Dwarka Puri Dham Ki Shri Ayodhya Puri Dham Ki. What are the deities' names here? Radha Nila Madhava Mandir Ki Shri Shri Radha Nila Madhava Ki Shri 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 Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Sudarshan Chakra Ki Shri 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 Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Ji Ki Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharane. Really got entangled here. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Mangalacharan Tachanyo Ravrini Mahe Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnapataye Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastirmanushebhyaha Urdhvam Jighatum Beshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shamno Mitra Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavat Varyama Shamno Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnuru Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanma Avatu Tam Bhaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Bhaktaram. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Kasmin bhashayam pravachanam datavyam iti pratama prashnaha. Samskrita bhashayam atava Hindi bhashayam atava Gurjara bhashayam atava Angala bhashayam. Bodhaha bhavati Samskritam. Bodhaha bhavati kim? Can you understand? No. Abhyasaha nasti. Kintu asambhavam Samskrita sambhashana Samskrita shikshanam asambhavam nasti tadartam kinchit Samskrita bhashayam vaktavyam. Just to prove that it's not impossible, I have to speak a few words. Having said that, I guess I have to speak in Malecha Bhasha. हिंदी में प्रवचन दे सकता हूँ, लेकिन यहाँ काफ़ी लोग दाक्षिणात्य लोग हैं, दक्षिण के लोग हैं जिनके हिंदी सुनने का अभ्यास नहीं है. There are a lot of South Indian people here that they are not practiced hearing Hindi. What to do? English. What's the topic? Krishna. Well, see, we can have... Somebody asked me in an email or one of these messages on the internet, tell me some stories about Krishna. I think it was an email. So I said, for that, you have to go to Dinabandhu Prabhu, because he's our Krishna Leela expert. I don't know how many of you heard of Dinabandhu Prabhu. Does he come here? No. Wow. He was president of Portland in the Prabhupada days. And he knows all the Leelas, and I don't know, 1% of what he knows. There are different things we could do, like I've done in some other temples. That's like an ISKCON India report. Is that interesting? You want to hear about ISKCON in India? Also Prabhupada pastimes, that'll take up the whole... what I remember of Prabhupada in India, that's... Well, let's have a show of hands. Who wants Prabhupada pastimes? And who wants ISKCON India report? Wow, Prabhupada's pastimes won? Okay. Vox Populi. Vox Populi, how do you pronounce that? It's Latin. So, I came to Bombay after being in ISKCON for 1 year. I was a bachcha. Hari Vilas Prabhu is much senior to me in ISKCON and in age, I think. Like about 9 years older than me. And I joined ISKCON, I was 17. That's Indian 17 completed, 18 running. That's what we say in India. So I finished high school a year early. I don't know if you have that system. I went for 3 years to the high school, 9, 10, 11. And after 11 in the summer, I took English with a whole group of other students. 6 weeks, 4 hours a day. And so they passed us out of high school a year early. And I was admitted at the university, but I never went. I joined ISKCON. That was in Chicago. It was in Evanston. I don't know how many people have been to Chicago, and if you know of Evanston, is famous for Northwestern University. Actually, the temple was there. There was an old YMCA building that had been purchased by ISKCON, and that was a segregated YMCA. That had been the African American for the blacks YMCA. And later on, Northwestern University got the city to condemn the building. I was already in India, and so ISKCON shifted from Evanston to Chicago, where they are now, same place. And they have a second temple now. That's another story. So about 1 year after I joined, I'll skip the first year, Prabhupada didn't come to Chicago until 1974. He came to US in 65, so it took him 9 years to come to Chicago. He went to Dallas, in 73 he came to New York, Dallas, Los Angeles, but you know, that was very far away for us. But our temple president did go to Los Angeles in December 73, and that's when I got the signal that I should go to India. And ISKCON was not very well organized in those days. I guess it's a lot more organized now than it was then. Whatever that means. But, you know, the temple president, who's I have a lot of fond remembrances of, is now a sannyasi in another group, not in ISKCON. But he sent me 2 weeks before he went. I was 18 at the time, right? 18 completed, 19 running, almost 19. And I landed in Bombay. I had never seen Prabhupada. Next day, Prabhupada came. Next day. So, let's see. This was mid-February. I remember getting out of the plane in Bombay. Mid-February is cold here, right? Was so hot. I felt it was quite hot. Right? In South India, they say, especially the coastal areas, hot, hotter, and hottest. Right? So it was very hot. And at that time, the Juhu, how many people have been to Juhu ISKCON? So say 25%, 20% of the people. So there was 4 acres of land. At that time, Juhu was like out of the town, suburb. And, you know, people used to go there, and rich people had like a beach home. And Prabhupada had acquired 4 acres of land. That's a big story how he got that land, because the owner of the land sold it to 3 different people. Prabhupada was one of the 3. In fact, Prabhupada actually cursed him, and he expired, and his wife gave the land to ISKCON. That's the story. So there were 5 buildings there, and there were tenants. And there was one apartment where Prabhupada stayed, and we stayed in a hut. How can I describe that? Bamboo poles and just bamboo type of sheets and lots of rats. And the prasadam was terrible. Prasadam was terrible. At that time, many of you must have read the Prabhupada biography book, right? Prabhupada Lilamrita. That's actually, some people criticize that name because Leela is for Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? It should be Charita, but Hare Krishna, whatever it is, it is. And in that book, I mean, the devotee who put that together, Satsvarup Das Goswami, he was my GBC. And at that time, he was Prabhupada's personal servant and secretary. He was cooking and doing in those days, there was no computers. There were computers, but there was no personal computers. I remember Chicago Temple rented a computer, and that Pratyatosh was there. He was doing accounts on the computer in 1973. But nobody had the personal laptop and all that. And typing was still done with a typewriter. And Prabhupada wrote many letters. So he had a secretary. He would dictate the letters and the secretary would type. So Satsvarup knew me. So he asked me come in and wash Prabhupada's pots. He was cooking in these tiny, I had never seen, such a tiny pots. And I was one day in the kitchen there cleaning the pots after Prabhupada's lunch. Suddenly the door flew open and Prabhupada was standing there. And only a kurta. He must have been taking rest. And he said, "Can't you hear someone is at the door?" I bowed down. I didn't hear anything, honestly. I went to the door and sure enough, somebody had been ringing the bell at the door of the flat. So that's one remembrance. And Prabhupada would go on a walk on the beach. So we would go with him. I remember asking Satsvarup, this is a funny story, because we were all fond of drinking limca. Limca in India, it's 65 paisa at that time. 65 paisa. So I asked Satsvarup, I said, does Srila Prabhupada drink limca? And so he snapped back, he said, yes, but not for sense gratification. In the evening, Prabhupada would lecture, and after the lecture, he would distribute halva. And he would push that into your hand. And he was elderly, right? 1974, so he must have been 78 years old. And in India, that's 79 years old. And he would push into your hand the halva. And that I remember. 10 days went by quickly, and we all went to Mayapur by train, and Prabhupada was in Mayapur. And that's when the Chaitanya Charitamrita first big volume had been released, Adi Leela Part 2. So Prabhupada was lecturing on Chaitanya Charitamrita in Mayapur. Everyone was sick. Prasadam was terrible. Those were the days. It wasn't managed well. But there was one incident that happened, that one of the leading sannyasis who I was traveling with later on, Achyutananda at the time, took us, all the 400, there were 400 devotees came for Gaur Purnima 1974. That was the first big Gaur Purnima in Mayapur. So Achyutananda took us across the Ganga to Navadvip, to the ashram of Prabhupada's godbrother for prasad. And the prasadam was excellent. I mean, I still remember that. What is it, 44 years ago? Excellent prasad. But the disciple of that, Prabhupada's godbrother, said something to Achyutananda, and Achyutananda told Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada chastised him. Why did you take everyone there? Such a time. I only remember the lectures. Then we went to Vrindavan. Prabhupada was in Vrindavan after Mayapur. So I don't know how many of you have been to Vrindavan. 35%? Better than Juhu. So there is an ashram called the Fogla Ashram, but Western devotees call it Fogel Ashram. It's Fogla. That's Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Some Agarwal community, Fogla, it's one of the names, donated that. And it's very famous, and there are a lot of rooms. So, and ISKCON was under construction. Krishna Balaram Mandir had not been built. It was a construction site. I remember going to the construction site and seeing peacocks running around there. So Prabhupada was lecturing every day in the Fogla. And the 400 devotees were listening. And opposite Phogla ashram, there was 24-hour kirtan. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. Nothing wrong with that. We have Sita Ram here. But Prabhupada in his lecture said, now you have come to Vrindavan, just try to understand Radha Krishna. To counter that. Because Vrindavan is the place of Radha Krishna Leela. So if you want to talk about Krishna, Krishna Leela, Vrindavan is the right place. To meditate on Ram, well, there's Ayodhya. I've been there once. Only once. Every year we go to Vrindavan. Almost. From where I am, it's only 10-hour overnight train to Vrindavan. Purushottam Mas is, when is it ending? In a day or two? Tuesday? Purnima? Purnima to Purnima. My family went to Vrindavan. I didn't go for the Purushottam Mas. My daughter and her children, husband and 2 sons, they went there. So try and understand Radha Krishna. So understanding Radha Krishna, it's a deep science. There are many granthas, there are many books. They have to be studied. They have to be studied. So then, after Vrindavan, something happened in Bombay. So I have to explain it like this. I don't know how many people are familiar with, I mean, you've heard of Bombay. Is anybody from Bombay? One. So from the, yeah, 2, there might be more. In the time of the British Raj, they created a post called the Sheriff of Bombay. Right? It's a ceremonial post. It's kind of like in India we have the governor of the states who has no real power. Only if the assembly is dissolved then they have governor's rule. But this Sheriff of Bombay, he has no power at all. It's just to honor certain citizens, they give this title, Sheriff of Bombay. So why is this important? So at that time, there was some opposition to ISKCON and Prabhupada. And there was particularly one politician. And very late in his life, he regretted that he opposed ISKCON and Prabhupada. Should I tell you his name? You never heard it. Pushpakant Matre. Right? You never heard his name. This all has to be written in a book. So this fellow got the sheriff. He was a municipal councillor. He went to the sheriff and the sheriff made a letter. ISKCON Kirtan in Juhu is a nuisance. You remember this? So Prabhupada wanted to do Mahatma Gandhi, Satyagraha, protest. And his idea of protest was 150 devotees should do Nagar Sankirtan every day in Juhu. So in Vrindavan there were 400 devotees. So Prabhupada surprised everybody by saying that you all please stay for 1 more month in India. Nobody was prepared to spend an extra month. And half of you go back to Mayapur and learn Varnashram Dharma, and half go to Bombay for Nagar Sankirtan, Satyagraha. My name was for Mayapur, but because I was with Achyutananda, I went to Bombay. And we went around every day. So, as I told you earlier, prasadam in Bombay was, God, you know, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Was really, really bad. But one day, there was a gentleman who had helped save the temple. That's another story before I came. His name was P.L. Sethi. I don't even know what P.L. stands for today. It's a funny thing. Sethi ji was from Amritsar. And he was a building contractor. And later on, he built on those 5 buildings an extra story in Juhu, so that there was extra, the devotees could stay there. And then later on, of course, the big temple was built, and then much later on, all those 5 buildings were torn down, and there's a new extension. And it's a very grand center, very popular. In fact, because of the Juhu temple, it was Prabhupada said, Bombay is my office. So Prabhupada brought money from all over the world to build that Juhu temple. And he spent a lot of time there. If you see the last 4 or 5 years of Prabhupada's life, he spent a lot of time in Bombay. Because Bombay is the economic capital of India. So if there was a major temple there, and it's true, because of that Juhu temple, ISKCON became well known all over India, especially among business class people who became life members of ISKCON. Now they're called life patrons. But they get guest facilities in the guest house. It used to be free, now it's not free. There's a maintenance charge. But many, many people came and stayed in that Juhu guest house. So we did kirtan, and Sethi Ji called everyone for prasad. And I mean, that prasad was day and night different from what we were eating in the temple. It was so good. And I remember Prabhupada lecturing there and saying, Sethi Ji is the ideal grihastha. Prabhupada praised him like anything. And I was young and had never heard such praise of such a person. Sethi Ji's sons are Hari Vilas Prabhu's age now. Sethi Ji's wife is still there. Sethi Ji passed away. His wife is 90 plus. And Brij Mohan Sethi comes almost every day. His son, he has 2-3 sons, and they're still very much intimately connected with ISKCON. Prabhupada had a lot of affection for Sethi Ji. And Sethi used to build in, you know, this Banki Bihari temple in Vrindavan. How many people heard of Banki Bihari? So there's it's the #1 temple. ISKCON is #2, by the way. Krishna Balaram, I in 2006 took over the management there for 6 weeks because the temple president unfortunately met with an accident and was in the hospital recovering. And I spoke with the police, and there was something, small matter, and they said, yeah, ISKCON is #2. Banki Bihari is #1. And so Sethi Ji used to make what they call full bungalow. They make a house of flowers in the summertime. Very elaborate, lots of flowers in Banki Bihari. It's very famous. A lot of people go to have darshan. Banki Bihari every day, but when there's a full bungalow, it's special. Sethi Ji had Radha Madhav Sankirtan Mandal. He had his own Sankirtan group in Bombay. And then after Bombay, you know, I was sent to Hyderabad. I didn't know Prabhupada had a public program in Hyderabad, 5 days. I didn't even know. When I arrived there, I found out. And there's somebody in Hyderabad who was very attached to Prabhupada, and he's still alive. He's also 90 years old now. Hari Prasad Badruka. You heard his name, right? Hari Vilas Prabhu. Never heard? Hari Prasad Badruka. So he donated this farm, 565 acres later on. And then he took back 500, and ISKCON has 50 acres. So we had prasad with Prabhupada at Badruka's house. And this was in the old Hyderabad. There were, well, if the old Hyderabad is a really old city. And we were all sitting there, and we're taking prasad with Prabhupada, same time. And the minute Prabhupada got up, suddenly there was a mad rush of all of our ISKCON devotees to get some, you know, leftovers from his plate. That was interesting. I had never seen that before because I was a bacha. I was young. I remember at that program there was a old Pandit, Rajasthani Pandit, who spoke with Prabhupada in Sanskrit. That I saw. I remember that. And Prabhupada didn't say much there. And the public lectures were well attended. There was like 5,000 people Thousands of people. Those days there was no TV. Only Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and Madras, Chennai had the TV. All the other places in India, there was no TV. So what would people do? There were cinema theaters, but if there was a lecture program, a lot of people would come. And it was the next year. This was 74, I'm describing. 75, Prabhupada came to Hyderabad from Mayapur with 150 devotees. And he gave a lecture not far from the ISKCON temple in I don't know, Hyderabad. Some people... No, that was the 74 program. 75 was Reddy Hostel. And the Reddy Hostel program, 10,000 people came every day. 10,000, huge crowd. And all I remember two things. It's a long time ago. Two things I remember. One was Prabhupada telling the crowd, please don't give up your culture. So I mean, what does that mean? That means Indian culture, he considered Indian culture to be transcendental, divya. Divya is one word. Alokikam is another word, right? Spiritual. So please don't give up your culture. So ISKCON is meant to spread Indian culture all over the world. And he begged the people, please don't give up your culture. So I remember that. And I try and speak about that as far as possible. Prabhupada was a cultural ambassador. He wanted to convert the whole world to Vedic culture. Today I had another lecture over there in Vancouver, and was a group of Indian people, North Indians. And I said the same thing, that Prabhupada wanted to convert the whole world. And in the Vedas it said, Krinvanto Vishvam Aryan. The whole world should become Aryan. Aryan is a word in Sanskrit. Hitler took that word and misused it. But Aryan means one who follows the Vedic culture. So somebody said, it's not possible. It's impossible. Actually, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult. So should we give up trying? I mean, that was Prabhupada's whole focus, was Krinvanto Vishvam Aryan, make the whole world followers of Vedic culture. In another year, 1976, Prabhupada came to Chennai for 2 days, January 1st and 2nd. And then he came to Nellore in Andhra Pradesh for 5 days. In Chennai, on the beach, Marina Beach, there were 2 temple presidents of the temple at that time. So one of them said, Prabhupada, the Gaudiya Math here, Swamiji said that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted, he would have gone to the West himself 500 years ago. And so Prabhupada said, no, he wanted me to go. And he wanted me to do it, spread Harinam and Vedic culture. So then I went one day early to Nellore to check on the arrangements, and then I was there when the crowd, I think thousands of people came to receive Prabhupada at the train station. Thousands of people. I'm skipping some things, I can skip back, but I'm not going fully chronologically here, but the girls, the young girls with the coconuts, Nadaswaram, Brahmins chanting Veda mantras, and then the townspeople. So seeing this reception, Prabhupada turned to his foreign disciples. There must have been 20 devotees there, 20, 25. And he said, Vedic culture is more intact in South India. He told us like that. Now, that doesn't mean that Vedic culture is not in other parts of India. It is. There are many different parts of Vedic culture that are preserved in different ways. But Prabhupada had this thought that Vedic culture is important. Vedic culture is important. And he used the example, and now that example seems to be going away. The lame man and the blind man, right? The lame man cannot walk, and the blind man cannot see, but if the blind man picks up the lame man, then the lame man can guide him. So India was economically at that time supposedly backward, and the West was economically strong. So he used that example. The West is spiritually blind. Spiritually blind. They are performing all kinds of papachar, right? Sinful activities. And India is following Vedic culture. And if you follow Vedic culture, so you can get moksha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. In 1975, I came to Vrindavan. After leaving India, I went to Nepal because my visa expired. Long story. I won't tell the whole story, but I came and we were walking with Prabhupada on the, what is called now Bhaktivedanta Swami Marg, the big road that goes one way to Vrindavan and the other way towards Delhi. Of course, now there's a better highway, but that's another story. So we're walking with Prabhupada. Brahmananda was there. He's no more. He passed away. So we asked Prabhupada, what is better? To worship the one God of the Western religions or to worship the demigods? So you might have, being Hindus, most of the people here being Indians, Hindus, you might hear the Christians telling you, your religion has so many gods, and we have one God, right? How many people heard that? Everyone. Even if you don't raise your hand, it's true, though. They all say that. You know, I think I saw a clip on the internet of this TV show, Jeopardy, right? They ask questions. A lot of people see that Jeopardy. Which religion is polytheistic? And then they put, you know, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, or Hinduism. So if they guess Hinduism, it's right. So we don't accept that. We don't accept that. But because Ishavasya-midam sarvam, right? Everything, there's only one Ishvara. According to Vedas, there's only one Ishvara. But there are devatas, right? There are many devatas, the demigods. So therefore we asked Prabhupada, what's better? Because we, coming from the Western religions, we wanted to know. So Prabhupada said it is better to worship the demigods. Because by worshipping the demigods, you get gradual, because worshipping the demigods, you're following the Vedic system. And by following the Vedic system, you'll get gradual elevation. And then he said, these religions, the Western religions, are the religions of the meat eaters. Now, we know that in India, a lot of people also are non-vegetarians, right? I've been in India 44 years. And there's communities, parts, you know, like our Gaudiya Vaishnavism is from Bengal. Prabhupada was Bengali. And in Bengal, most of the people are non-veg. They eat fish. They're not vegetarians. Only staunch Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Bengal are vegetarians. In fact, day before yesterday, we had a little program. And 3 families from Bangladesh, 4 families. And one was actually visiting from Bangladesh. And the others, Bangladesh is Bengal. There's a political division, same thing, same place. If you're flying over an airplane, well, it's the same place, but it's been divided politically. So then I said, so were you all vegetarians? No, none of them. All were fish eaters. 2 were initiated devotees, 2 or 3 families. No, 2 families. So of course, they gave up. But the family that came from Bangladesh, no, we eat fish. So Prabhupada said the Western religions are the religions of the meat eaters. What does it mean? It means beef eaters. That's what it means. Those who kill cows. Western religion, our Western religions, they sanction cow killing. And killing of cows is big business every day. How will we stop it? I tell you, Prabhu, big fight going on Facebook. We called keyboard warriors. You've heard this? So some Indian people who are vegans, they started to attack. How did they attack? You people are abusing the cow by drinking the milk of the cow. This is an argument come up now, right? By the vegans. So the one of these vegans said, it's so funny, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam is in Gita. It doesn't mention milk. He used that. I replied, I said, but Krishi Goraksha Vanijam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam, 1844, Goraksha, what does it mean? Then I said, in the Ayurveda there's milk. Ayurveda is ancient science. Then I said that the Nepalis are famous as Gurkhas. Go Rakshak. Gurkha is Go Rakshak. Did you know that? Now you know. There's a place on the border of India and Nepal, Gorakhpur. Go Rakshapur. The place of protecting cows. And anyone who lived in India knows there's a community of cowherds. They have different names. In Hyderabad, they're called Gwalas. In Gujarat, Barwad. But the real main name is Ahir. Ahir Jati. People who take care of cows. And we have 50 of the Gir cows Hari Vilas Prabhu has brought. 1 bull and 2 heifers. But we have 50 of these animals. Last 20 years we have these animals. We're in the city where we should not keep those animals. That's our fault. We don't have a farm yet. But Juhu temple has 200 Gir cows. Beautiful animals. We have one man and his family, they look after all those animals. That's also kind of unfair, but wow, he's doing it, one man. And these people, they're huge bodies, and even today I was talking to those Punjabi, you know, Punjab and Haryana are famous for these wrestlers, mullas. But you have them in South also. In fact, in Ramanujacharya's story, right, Dhanur Dasa was a famous disciple of Ramanuja. He has a Ramanuja tilak, so I have to remember Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya, when he went to take a bath in the morning, would put his arm on a Brahmin. Apavitra avastha. Before taking a bath, you're impure. And when he was coming back from Kaveri bath, he used to take a bath in the Kaveri every day. And when he was coming back, he would put his arm on this mullah, this Shudra by caste. And the people said, why are you doing when after you're becoming pure? You're becoming impure by touching this low caste man. Caste consciousness was there. Ramanujacharya said, no, he's a great devotee. You don't know. This is a famous story. You don't know what kind of bhakti he has. So mullahs, these wrestlers, how do they become strong in India? They drink milk. Lots of milk. Not meat eating. Drinking milk. Because milk is full of, you know, vitamins and protein and everything. So when Prabhupada said this to us, that Western religions are the religions of the meat eaters, and if you look at all of Prabhupada's teachings, how many times he said, don't kill the cows, protect the cows. And we have also in our Shastras, Goloka namni nijadamni talecha tasya devi mahesha haridhama suteshu teshu. His planet is Goloka. Right? Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpa vriksha lakshavriteshu avritaha, surrounded, laksha, lacks, surabhihi, cows, abhipalayantam, that he protects. He is surrounded by cows that he protects. Abhipalayantam. Palana is to protect. Interesting. So he says, better to worship the demigods than that means he had no real respect internally for the Western religions. But externally he had to preach. Muhammad is our guru, Jesus is our guru, and all, so he wouldn't offend, Westerners. But internally, Vedic system. Internally, externally also, he preached like that. So those were some of my, I don't know how much time we have. I can go on. Pardon? You have a play now. So if questions, we have 5 minutes for questions. If anybody has a question. No question? You want to go on with the play then? No one is asking a question, so you have a question. We need to give you a mic, Prabhu. Right. Yeah. Oh, here's the mic.
I think Prabhupada stayed in the home of a family in Nellore.
Right.
Were you there?
Yeah. I'll tell you another story about that.
Tell us about that.
We walked out of the house. There were these 2 sisters. They're from the Reddy community. So Reddys are, for those you who don't know, because some people here, maybe even from the Reddy community, but they're farmers. But generally, the Reddys are non-vegetarian. So when we walked out of the house, first day, Prabhupada saw that they had a cage with these chickens, but not ordinary chickens, Chinese hens they're called, big ones. So Prabhupada saw that, and we were on the walk, and he said, in Bengal, the first thing he said, in Bengal, people take the eggs of these chickens, boil them, and eat them boiled eggs with the rice. So he said that their keeping these chickens means that these people are non-vegetarians. So we cannot eat here. We cannot eat what they cook, so from today you have to cook for me, separately, in separate pots. So those 2 ladies, there were 2 ladies, one was a widow and one never married, sisters. They were donating 3 acres of land to ISKCON in Nellore. And that's why Prabhupada came. And there was a long correspondence about that land with Mahamsa, Mahangsha, but we all called him Mahamsa. And Prabhupada told him in the letters to accept the donation. But when he came there, you see, there was a condition that if you don't build the temple on that land in 3 years, then the land will go to the Ramakrishna Mission. So when Prabhupada came to Nellore, he told these 2 sisters, we cannot accept this condition. And those ladies refused to drop that. So the foundation stone was laid, and then we went away, and then later on, Prabhupada wrote to take back the foundation stone. So, and much later, a temple came up in Nellore by one devotee who's Sukadev Swami. Sukadev Swami is also a Reddy, by the way. He's from the Reddy community. He was a medical doctor here in the US. And then he went back to India, and he's a good pracharak. He's a good preacher. And he has a big center in Nellore. And he attracts a lot of people. But not on that land. That land was gone. We don't know what happened. So that was one interesting. 5 days he gave lectures. A lot of people attended Pandal program. And every morning we were walking with Prabhupada. But I can't remember, all the details.
So I've read that late at night, Prabhupada would go to sleep early and then wake up very early in the morning to write.
Right.
Like he would go to sleep maybe 10 o'clock and then wake up 12 o'clock at night, and then he would write and translate and make commentaries. But I think it happened in Nellore. 2 people came to see him. They were living in the house, and they asked Prabhupada, no one is here now, it's very quiet. We know you are a Mahabhagavat devotee, can you please tell us intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna? And Prabhupada said, I don't know. They said, no, how can you say you don't know? You're number one devotee of Krishna. He said, no, I don't know. I cannot tell you.
You know, it's very interesting, because a few weeks ago in Silicon Valley, there was a meeting of some devotees who are not in ISKCON. And there's a sannyasi who comes from India, who I know from many, many years. And he was giving lectures on this Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi of Prabodhananda Saraswati. And it's Rasa Shastra, it's called Krishna, Radha Krishna Leela. This happened in Hyderabad in that big meeting in '75, when one man, during the question period, he asked for the mic, and then he said, Krishna came in my house, and Krishna helped my mother, and Krishna did this, and Krishna did that. And Prabhupada's reply was, well, if Krishna had come, why is your family involved? I mean, in other words, you're supposed to transcend family life, renounce everything, ultimately. Then we are not against family life. We are grihastas. So the point is, Krishna doesn't interfere in the material affairs. The affairs of the household, Krishna doesn't come. And if some devotee prays to Krishna, oh Krishna, I'm in trouble because of the king. There's actually a famous poet in Gujarat, right? Narsi Mehta. In Gujarat, they don't say Narasimha, they say Narsi. Right? All over us, Gujarati here, who can testify. You know, everywhere it's Narsingha Dev in Bengal, Narsingh, Narsi, Narasimha. It's everywhere different pronunciation. So Narsi Mehta wrote that I'm being troubled by the king, the Nawab. There was a Muslim king. So Krishna, please help me. So Prabhupada's godbrother told me that that's mixed bhakti. It's not pure bhakti. It's a desire for some material protection. Although we recite this Namaste Narasimhaya, and Adi Shankaracharya wrote this Karavalambam Stotra, Lakshmi Narasimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam, please protect my body. But these are material desires, actually. They're not spiritual desires.
So what happened was, obviously Prabhupada knows everything about Radha and Krishna. So why did he refuse to speak to them?
Oh, they weren't fit to hear.
Yeah, and for them it was an entertainment. So, and the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna are not for entertainment. They're reserved only for devotees whose hearts are completely free of any material desire. And it's something that's relished not for a public display, but it's an
especially the highest Radha Krishna Nitya Leela, Rati Keli, we have every day in the morning, right? Nikunja Yuno Rati Keli Siddhyai. So Rati, who is Rati? The wife of Cupid, right? Cupid is Kandarpa. Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham in the Govinda Stotra. So Rati Keli, the play of the wife of Cupid, well, what is that? But this is Divya Lila. Rati Keli Siddhyai, perfection. So it's not a material activity. But we are in the material world, so we're impure at present. So to jump to the highest Leela, it's not for the beginners. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Hari Vilas Prabhu, for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you
to speak.
Prabhu.
I hope
Prabhupada.
If I committed any offenses, please excuse me. Mama sarva doshaha kshamyatam. Excuse my faults.
So tonight we do have a play by our children right after the Aarti. And we want to thank,
Arati is now?
yes, and we want to thank Vasagos Prabhu for taking us through South India with Srila Prabhupada. Well, he went through all of India. And tonight we want to thank the sponsors of our feast, Tirtha Tumala and her family. She's 4 years old today, and we're going to celebrate her birthday. And Lakshmi Varadaraj, and I guess on behalf of Arti Mataji, and also Rajiv Sharma has donated $251 for his house blessing. Radhapati Das has donated $250 for our new farm in Auburn. And Nitin Majumdar, $2,001 for our farm. And Gopal Reddy, Nalagata, has donated $1,000 for the Auburn Black Diamond Farm. And Rajan Punch Apal Chesan has donated $501. Also, Om Tat Sat Prabhu and his family have donated $501. And we want to thank Bhaja Hari Prabhu and his good wife, Harsha. They've donated $1,008. So thank you very much. Also, next week, we have a visit of a devotee named Kanai Thakur Prabhu from Pune, and he'll be speaking on June 13th and 14th and 18th and 19th at the temple in the evening. And Saturday, June 23rd, 2 weeks from now, we have the Festival of Compassion at the downtown Seattle in Westlake Park from 12 to 5. It's a Saturday. And it's a festival for the homeless, where we will, no one has ever done this before, but we're going to do it. And we're also going to present a plan how to solve the problem of homelessness in the Seattle area. There's over 12,000 homeless people. We're going to send them all to Baroda. No, we're not going to do that. But you can come and see. It'll be a very interesting festival. And on June 24th, Sunday, at 6 p.m., we're going to celebrate the Boat and Swing Festival of Radha and Krishna and Dahi Chida Festival. And on July 4th is the 10th anniversary that we moved into this temple. We'll have a big festival. And July 23rd to the 28th and 29th is the Ananda Mela Festival in downtown Redmond. Haribol. Thank you very much. And so Garima Bansal and Sanjay Garg have donated $251 tonight. Thank you. And $60 to feed our cows for a month. Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Give me the Archie song, okay. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Bola Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Kesoba Jana Vita Tabane Jagamana Loba
Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Kosadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Kosadigaya Sanka Baje Kanta Baje Baje Kanta Rala Sanka Baje Kanta Baje Baje Karakala Madhurami Danga Baje Paramarasala Madhurami Danga Baje Paramarasala Jayo Shanka baje, ganta baje, madur madur, madur baje. Shanka baje, ganta baje, madur madur, madur baje. Madur, 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 madur baje, madur, 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 madur baje, madur, 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 madur baje. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Ki babahu koti chandra jini vadana udvala. Dala dese manamala kore jala mala. Jagamana loba jana vita davane. Jagamana loba kiva shiva sukhanarada preme gada gada. Bhagati vinoda deke Gorara sampada galan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama. Hey, bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Premanandi ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupad Pararaja Gachasta Tarasatara Shri Shri Shrimad Divine Grace Ace Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavindi ki jai. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Shri Prabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivedanta ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sam Radha Giri Govardhana ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Mayapura Dham ki jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Tulasi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Ganga Maya ki jai. Jamuna Maya ki jai. Samaveda Bhakti ki jai. Nitai Gaur. All glories to the Son of the Lord. All glories to the Son of the Lord. All glories to the Son of the Lord. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guru. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Dayani. Hiranyakashi Puravakshaha. Silakam Kanakalaye. Ito Nishinga Parado Nishinga. Yato Yato Yamitato Nishinga. Yato Yato Yamitato Nishinga. Bahir Nishinga Hidaye Nishinga. Narashinama Saranama Prabhade. Kara Kamala Bade Naka Adhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubinga Ekavadita Sararirupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare. Jaya Nara Singade, Nara Singade, Jaya Nara Singade, Nara Singade. Haribol, Haribol, Goda Haribol, Nitai Goda Haribol, Nitai Goda Haribol, 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 Nitai Goda Haribol. Shingadev Bhagavan Ki Jai. So tonight we're going to have a nice Bharatnatyam dance performance. Right before that, however, since every week several thousand people move to Seattle. Seattle is the fastest growing city in the United States right now. And a good percentage of those people are from Bharat. So tonight we want to honor anyone who's a first-time visitor to the temple. Is there anyone here who's a first time? Please come forward. Don't be embarrassed. We're all amongst family here. We want to welcome you. And we have a little gift for you also. If you are a first-time visitor to the temple, or if you plan on being a last-time visitor, also you can also come forward. Hare Krishna. And what is your name? Vipul, Nihar Agarwal, and Osho Gupta. So we want to welcome you to Seattle. And Sridhar Prabhu, Srinath Prabhu, okay? You come from Gujarat? No, Tamil Nadu, very good. And family? Sai Babu from Hyderabad, very good. We want to welcome you. This is not Seattle exactly, this is Vaikunta. So we want to welcome you to Vaikunta, okay? Thank you very much. And also, and please come regularly. Roshan. Thank you very much for coming, Roshan. So now we're going to, who's going to present Bharatnatyam dance? Somebody?
श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वय रत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुं हरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचर विनाशकरं नमामि। ब्रोचे बाबा नमो ब्रोचे निमुमीना रघुवरा नमो ब्रोचे Jai
Thanks for watching. And I want to say thanks to Harvilas Prabhu for giving us opportunity to perform our service on the auspicious month of Adhik Mas. And I'm also thanking Tarak Prabhu for squeezing our service into a tight schedule and gave us a chance to perform. And thanks to Padma Pataji and Vishaka for helping us to dress up. And thanks to my family too. Last not but the least, I want to thank Sri Lakshmi, who kindly accepted my service as her service. She helped me a lot, and my lifelong wish is to dance with my daughter. It came true in the Mass of Adhik Mas. And I enjoyed the whole week. We just practiced for 4 days. And I could see life with a daughter. It's so good. Maybe, yeah. So thank you for Sri Lakshmi one more time for helping me dance and dancing with me. Thank you.
You only told me how to dance.